Candidate for San Diego County Board of Supervisors District 1, Alex Galicia, is up next.
But first, did you know we have a world-class flight training school right here in San Diego? Pilots can fly almost every single day. We're close to the ocean, the desert, the mountains, international border, and a major military base. That's why San Diego is one of the best places to learn how to fly in the world. Learn to fly in sunny San Diego, right at Montgomery Field. You can get started easy. Give them a call at 858-569-1822. Learn to fly with SDFTI, or give them a call at 858-569-1822.
Alex Galicia is a San Diego County Gun Owners member, and he is running for office. You may have seen him at our South County meetings. He was a regular even before he started running for office, and we're happy to have him on to talk about how things are going in the campaign and how the campaign season treated him. And how you doing, Alex?
Fine, thank you. Appreciate being invited to speak with you.
Yes, sir. So how is everything? Tell everybody a little bit about what you're doing.
So I'm running for the state Senate seat in District 18, which is...
Oops. We said supervisor. Our bad. It's state Senate. I knew something was wrong there.
Senate.
So you're running for state Senate District
18, which is South Bay. Well, it goes all the way up into the Imperial Valley, up to Nidos. But effectively, 80% of the population lives south of California 54. And it kind of follows 54, then the 8, all the way east. And it shoots up along Highway 86 toward Indio, then towards Nidos, and down the Arizona border, and back along the Mexican-California border. But, I'm in Chula Vista. I would say within a 5-mile radius of where I live, it's probably most of the population that lives in the district. It's the old District 40, which is currently Ben Wezel is the state senator who's termed out. So I am running against Steve Padilla, who is my city council member here in Chula Vista.
Yeah, and that opened up the isn't Padilla the mayor of Chula Vista?
No, he's a city council member. He is a former mayor back about 20 years ago. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So that's good. We hope it's good to not have him on the city council anymore. He's really bad news. We definitely don't want him up in Sacramento. So what was the catalyst? What made you want to run?
Well, I already had a lot of concerns with Mr. Padilla. I'm involved in my local HOA on safety issues, and there was an issue here with we needed a stop sign at a 3-way sign. And I was trying to reach out to him, and he just wouldn't return calls. And I finally ended up having to reach out to 2 other council members, both of whom returned calls within 24 hours. And so I kind of got interested, like, why wouldn't you return this type of phone call, Mr. Padilla? And so now, looking at the city council minutes, anybody that really looks at what he's doing, he's no news. He doesn't show up to work. The guy wins elections because he's got a name and he's got a lot of contributions. He owes a lot of favors, needless to say. He's got about $400,000 in political money, and basically he's never done anything but been appointed or elected to office. His last election, he beat a newcomer, Henry Martinez, a friend of mine, but before that, John McCann beat him by 2 votes. I mean, if he has a viable candidate running against him, even Democrats have a lot of concerns about him. He's your epitome of a career do-nothing politician.
Well, back when he was mayor, remember there was like this big controversial thing where he was paying a driver/security guard who
boyfriend,
who he was in a relationship with. It was totally unethical. He got into some. It was pretty bad, and I couldn't believe he got reelected to the city council. I don't care if he's in a relationship with a guy, whatever. But the idea that tax money was going to this this ridiculous suggestion that this guy was, that he had a driver and a security guard, when really it was just he was paying, tax money to somebody that he was in a relationship with. It was unbelievably unethical.
Yeah, the whole thing came out of the fact that he mismanaged city funds. He left the city in big financial trouble. It should be no surprise that he himself has apparently gone through the whole bankruptcy process. So here's somebody who is unethical, in my opinion, when you hire a personal relation, whether it's sibling or son, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend, paying them $10,000 a month at a time when the city is in trouble and traveling around the world. I think there was a couple international trips involved there, and that definitely at the time the voters of Chula Vista noticed it, and he was a one-term mayor and he disappeared for a few years, but he counted on the fact that people have a short-term memory, and he came back. He tried once in 2014, he lost, but he managed to get back in 2018. And, it was 2020. And he almost like a month before he was even elected into office, he was already decided, he was going to run for this office. I mean, you look at his site and the announcements he has on Facebook, the guy never really planned on sitting in the city council seat till the end of the term. And again, when I started looking into that, and, there's a number of other things that I don't like he's done. He's not very pro small business. He owes a lot of money to the unions. The unions have given him a lot of money, so he owes them a lot of favors. The Chula Vista Bayfront's going to require union participation by any contractor in the name of local jobs. I'll use myself as an example. I own a business, literally. I'm a contractor right across the street from the entrance to what's going to be the Chula Vista Bayfront. Almost all my employees live within, say, 3 to 4 miles, but none of them are going to be able to work on the project because we're not local, meaning we're not members of the local. San Diego simply does not have enough plumbers to do that job. So in the name of local jobs, they're going to end up importing workers from L.A., from Orange County, other areas.
Now, here's what I like, Alex. Here's what I really like about your whole story. Number one, I like you because you're a really good dude. But number two, you're a San Diego County Gun Owners member who decided to run for office. You didn't join San Diego County Gun Owners because you were running for office, which is fine. But I like the fact that you were already somebody that's engaged in the Second Amendment. You're already interested in the organization, and one of the ways that you're looking to help your community is to run for office. I think that's really, really great. I like the fact that you're a business owner. I like the fact that you have a story. There was a real, true catalyst. Hey, I was trying to get something done, and it wasn't getting done, and so I decided to fix the entire situation by running against the person that was mucking it all up, in this case, Steve Padilla. I think that's a great story. I think that every piece of that is exactly what we need more of and what we're looking for in San Diego County. And I thank you so much for stepping up and running. I think that's fantastic. What can we do? What's the best thing we can do to help? What can people that are listening, people that are members of San Diego County Gun Owners, how do they help you?
Right now, the number one way is help me get my name out, and I'm following a little bit of the playbook of a guy out in New Jersey who I think he had like a $300 budget, meaning he owed no favors, but he used a social media campaign, and he didn't win, but he came very, very close to unseating a career politician, I think like by 1%. So if somebody would really be able to help me, especially if they know people in my area, friend me on Facebook or look for Alejandro Galicia for State Senate 2022. If you friend me on Facebook, Alex Galicia, I will invite you to join the group. Once you're in my Facebook group for my campaign, please invite other friends of yours, especially those that may fall in the district. I think that I would like to follow as many free options in getting my name out. If I win this election, I don't want to owe any favors if I have to. I want to be able to vote my conscience, and I want to be able to vote for my community, not for the union or for this big corporation or anything like that. I do believe in the Second Amendment. I'm very patriotic. I'm a veteran, Army and Navy, served in Iraq. I think I'm the kind of person that really wants to represent the community as I've represented my country. I served honorably overseas. My greatest accomplishment is that I went over there. I was a platoon leader. I went into Iraq with 158 soldiers in the company. I eventually became company commander. I came back with 158 soldiers. To me, that is the proudest moment of my life, 100% soldier accountability upon return from a combat zone.
Congratulations. How did you tell the story about how you served in two branches?
I graduated from Montgomery High School here in South Bay in 1985, enlisted in the U.S. Navy. I served an enlistment term, was a hospital corpsman. Got out, went to college, helped pay my college by doing that. At that time, I swear to God I would never join the military again, but, your view softens over time. I did come out with an honorable discharge, but I was a junior enlisted man, which means I was at the bottom of the barrel for everything. All the midnight shifts, getting no sleep, standing foul weather watches on deck, getting wet, everything that comes with being a junior member of our military. But after college, I thought, I could do this again, but I joined on a part-time basis. I enlisted in the Army National Guard. I went through the officer candidate school. I became a lieutenant, and I ended up retiring 20 years later as a major. Funny thing was, I had more overseas deployments as a reservist than I did as an active duty member. From 1985 to 1989, my time in the military, there was not a lot of fighting going on. I came back in 1997. It was quiet till 2001, and they say 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year. Well, after 9/11, it was the longest 2 weeks of my life. But I am proud to have served almost continuous active duty till 2008. Went around the world and filled in where I had to.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate all your support for San Diego County Gun Owners. Appreciate you being a member and coming and talking to the meetings. Always a pleasure, true gentleman, and I really, truly, let's help Alex get elected. What's your website again?
Well, the website's going to be alexgalicia.com, but right now I'm running it primarily through LinkedIn or Facebook. So if you friend me either Facebook or LinkedIn at Alex Galicia, Galicia, I will then invite you to join my elections group, and that's where I would really, really, I don't need money right now. I need my name to go out into the public, and people know that I'm running against Steve Padilla. He's a formidable opponent, not because he's good, but because he's known. He's a household brand down here, and he's got a lot of money. He can send out mailers. He can do a lot of things that I will not be able to respond to.
All right.
I think most people down here will support me if they find out.
All right, Alex. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. You can watch us live every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, right here on our YouTube channel, or if you're in the San Diego area, you can listen to us on 1170 a.m. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform for free. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can help restore and protect the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.